The nonsense is real. Go back to the video and reply on it.
I don't normally do these sort of like reply videos. I mean, my motto seems to be grow up. I think it's what most people need to do. Yeah, Stevie, like the glands, like you didn't have one. That's all you had to say, right? Wasn't really mugging it, it's just his bad practice. But if your argument is you don't need it and that's your reason for doing bad practice, like that's where you let yourself down. And then as per Matthew's one, when you disconnected the main earth, no one gives a fuck that you had to keep the servers on, right? You're in charge, it's your public liability, it's your professional indemnity, it's you going to prison if someone dies. So if your client is like, no, take a true DB reading and you haven't gone agreed limitations, if your client said that and they don't want to rebook and pay for out of hours, don't work for that client. Like, be better for yourself. And then that's where it goes. I mean, I see it a lot with older Sparks. No offence, I mean, you are old. When you started testing, it was a wind-up mega, right? You probably didn't have the sort of training that we get today. So yeah, you seem to be doing what a lot of older people do, and you're confusing an EIC standard of testing for an EICR. Like, that's what the agreed limitations are for. You can't do this, you can't do that because of X, Y, Z. It doesn't mean you make an installation dangerous to get a true reading. Your agreed limitations are as to say, I couldn't do it because this. So we tested Kurt Geiger's offices in London, and we were going to get charged a lot of money if they lost their servers. So on our agreed limitations, it was could not take a true DB reading. And that's fine. Like, it's an EICR, it's a conditional report, not an installation. So, yeah, I mean, if you're going to start trying to cause, like, you know, beef and arguments, like, you just don't have to bite so much. Like, I know I say it, but grow up. That's all you've got to do. I just want to say, I don't want to cause an argument from this, right? I mean, your catchphrase, don't get left in the dark, phone Stevie the Spark. I love it. I think it's great. You end every video on it. You're really doing things the right way, but in the same way as a time-spent mechanic can't work on an electric car because he just doesn't understand it. Like, every day's a school day, and like sometimes you just need to listen. And like, if you were never told that you can change EICRs depending on your discretion, like, it's something you need to listen to. And everyone can better everyone in these scenarios. No one has to get so defensive. All right, Matthew's a fucking loose cannon, right? So yeah, he will jump down there, but he's a great guy. If you speak to him, he's fine. So yeah, it's about everyone bettering everyone out. So our industry seems to be such a... And this was the one respect I had for Delroy. When I started, everyone was an electrician, and now it's subcategorised: domestic, commercial, industrial. And we're all electricians, we know what we're doing. But if I went into an industrial unit, I wouldn't know completely what I was doing. And that's where the Industrial Sparks can help me out, if you're willing to accept the help. Just don't, you know, open your eyes and get in the light, and just accept it. We live by every day's a school day. Like, every day's a school day. Don't be offended by getting schooled.